Good morning. So this reading is for Wednesday, March 13th. And so I'm going to do what I usually do and just pull 3 cards to see a little bit about our past. One more. They were all major cards. That is interesting. Let's get current energy. And future energy. Let's see if we can get 3 cards on future energy. It feels like it might be a little chaotic here, which just really tells me that none of this is really set in stone at the moment, that there is going to be some sort of fluctuation here. I'm definitely feeling that energy with the direction that we're going. It is going to become clear. It is probably going to take the eclipse to make it a little bit more clear. We do have that coming up on the 25th. And so kind of getting back to today's reading. So when I look at the bottom of the deck, I'm getting the 3 of Wands. This is some sort of journey. This is about being patient, trusting the process, moving towards a goal, but understanding that things just take their natural time to unfold. And you can't rush this type of energy. And so when I look at the past energy, this was interesting to me. So we have the Fool. This would be that new chapter that started. Definitely felt that during the month of January and early February. Empress energy. So this is also about a new chapter, but this is a transformation that's taking place with this new beginning. This is really kind of stepping into your own confidence is probably the right way of thinking about it. But there's also this, what you value specifically when it comes to friendships and relationships and just the people around you. That's what this feels like. There's something transforming in your connections around you, because this Empress is Venus energy, and Venus does rule relationships. Strength is also coming through, and so whatever's happening here, whatever transformation has been taking place, it is very different than what you're used to, stepping outside your comfort zone, needing to really dig deep and transform within yourself. Yeah, and it shows up in the current energy too. So we have the 8 of Swords. This is about really being stuck in your head, that self-imposed prison of the mind. King of Cups. And so what you're really doing here is focusing on your needs, focusing on your heart, what it is that you want. What do you value? We do have the Death card showing up. So this is literally that transformation that's taking place. And it is about really focusing on what it is that you want so that you can move in that direction, so that you're not holding yourself back in any way. And when I look at the potential outcome here, so Ace of Wands, this is all about taking those first steps. World, this is literally, we have the World and we have the Fool. This is some sort of cycle coming to a close here. This feels like the eclipse. There's some sort of ending that is going to take place here on the 25th, connected to the full moon in Libra. There's something here. You might have started a new chapter, but it's never a clean break. You don't have like, okay, this minute I'm going to end a cycle and the next minute I'm starting a new one. It's never like that. You would have started a new cycle, been on a new path. And it wasn't until you were on that new path that you understood what wasn't working for you anymore, what cycle needed to close, what areas of your life needed to be addressed. That's what this world is representing. That's what this world is showing you. So when we had all of this transformation taking place at the end of January, beginning of February, specifically around this Pluto moving into Aquarius, really liberating us from any kind of restrictions, limitations, anything that was holding us back, that's when things started really coming to light. That's when you would have seen a lot of major transformations, or a lot of, oh wow, I never thought of it like that. And that's been holding me back, or I don't want that in my life anymore. And then Temperance. So it's all about timing. All about timing. There is not much that can be done from that perspective. But with Temperance, there's also this kind of, it is a divine intervention, but there's this optimism connected to it too, because that is the card of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is like, oh, now I can see from the big picture. And because I can see big picture, I have a better understanding on all of this. And so I'm happier with the direction that my life is going. I'm more optimistic on the path that I'm walking down. Let's get some additional detail here. Tell me about the Empress. Wow. Okay. Let's get one card on strength. So with the Fool, I'm getting Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, very fast moving energy. And so this brand new beginning really did come in out of the blue. I mean, you can sit there and you can look at the astrology if you do look at it, look at things like that. And it just still would have almost been like a sucker punch, because you can see it coming, but you don't really know how it's going to feel until it's upon you. And that's what this feels like. So this new beginning that came in almost out of the blue, Empress, Knight of Wands, very passion driven, very focused on what you want. Again, lots of movement taking place, a lot of quick movement with the swords, with the wands. These are the fastest moving cards in the deck. And so not a surprise to see this kind of new beginning really ushered in here in the past. With the Strength, Seven of Wands. And so really protecting yourself, making sure that you have everything that you need, whatever this new beginning was, because it did feel uncomfortable. You did have to dig deep, find that inner strength to be able to move on. And that's just had you protecting yourself. Let's get the current. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. Okay. So when I look here at the Eight of Swords, so this is being trapped in your mind. This is part of what's coming to an end. You're going to stop overthinking the whole situation. You're going to get to a point where you're just ready to release it. There's no reason to keep thinking about it. You're not going to come to a different conclusion. You can keep replaying conversations and circumstances over and over again, but it's not going to be any different. You're not going to get a different ending. And so it's time to just release it. King of Cups, Seven of Swords, and so you are going to get a lot of truth around exactly what it is that you want. There isn't going to be this opportunity to sugarcoat things or mislead yourself. If you were somebody here in the past who kind of ignored red flags when it came to relationships, or just and any kind of relationships, could be with other people, coworkers, all of the above, and now you're being given an opportunity to see things as they really are, it's that lack of clarity that's coming to a closure. You're really going to understand how you interact with other people. What does that look like? What is the truth behind that? And when I look at this Death card, so we had the Death card. I had two cards pop out with it, Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. This is a change in perspective. So what all of this is doing here is it's giving you a lot of clarity. That clarity is going to help you release it, because once you understand why something is happening and why it no longer works for you, you're not going to hold on to it. That Hanged Man is giving you a chance to see things from a different perspective. It's really giving you this opportunity to focus on your long-term happiness here with that Ten of Cups energy. Very positive. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. World. Temperance. Oh, yep. Okay. So with the Ace of Wands, I got the Empress. So the actions that you're taking are moving towards some sort of harmonious, balanced relationship. Empress is Venus. Venus rules relationships. It also rules what you value, what you want. And so the actions that you're taking are really to put yourself into some sort of alignment here. This Empress energy, this Venus energy, is the ruler of Libra. We are about to have that lunar eclipse in Libra. So not surprised. It showed up in the past. It's showing up here in the future, because this is something that has been coming to light for a while. Does need to finally hit that culmination point where you can just release it. With the World, we have the Hierophant. So there is something here around relationships and what you want, and just maybe even expectations around that as well. Hierophant is the marriage card. I mean, it is one of the marriage cards, but it is ultimately the marriage card in tarot. And so there's some sort of old way of looking at relationships and partnerships that's changing. There was an old way that you might have thought about how things were structured and the way they needed to be structured. That's changing. You're releasing old paradigms as it relates to how you view marriages, long-term relationships. With this Temperance card, Hermit and the Moon. This is It's all timing. It's all timing. So we had the Eight of Swords in the current energy where you were very much in your mind. And then when I look here at this Temperance energy, there is some sort of healing that's taking place with that Hermit card. Hermit is Virgo. Virgo is in service. And so this is a lot of internal reflection about the situation. This moon does indicate this is the eclipse. And so again, it's all coming down to a timing. It's all coming down to timing. All of this is going to be released over the next week and a half, roughly. This is all going to continue to come to light. You're going to really fully understand how all of this interacts with you, how this fits into your life, and so that you can release what doesn't work for you anymore. So this is the reading for Wednesday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.